So dear friend, I'm with Professor Campbell Macknight. I met him, I think 7 years ago when your book Voyage to Marege was launched in collaboration with...
Same title in English and Indonesian.
Oh yeah, I have the book. And you signed already. So we just finished our focus group discussion in Masagena Cafe in Makassar, and we are, as you can see from here, the background of the spanduk cultural landscape and agriculture in South Bone. So we need to know. We want to know the reason behind the topic. I mean, why Bone? And what makes you interested to know more about Bone? How important Bone?
Two reasons. One, I with Indonesian friends, Babuklis and Muklis Hagawi, took a long time, but they finally published the Chronicle of Bone.
The Chronicle of Bone, yeah?
It's the Bugis Chronicle. And you have to understand it was the Bugis Chronicle of Bone. I was afraid if I just call it the Chronicle of Bone, people in libraries would interpret this as
it's like
the Chronicle of Tulang Tulang.
Yeah,
Chronicle of
Bones.
Tulang Tulang.
Yeah.
So I had to find the Bugis Chronicle of Bone. So I was interested in Bone.
The first time you got Bone, where did you get the name, the location?
Because I was in the Netherlands learning to read Bugis and Noordijn. He said, why don't you do this Chronicle?
In Bone?
The Chronicle, the Bone Chronicle. Because there are manuscripts in Leiden also, of course there are manuscripts here, so you don't have to go and find manuscripts, etc. But the original suggestion came from
In what year?
75.
Oh, 75, okay.
So it took a long time.
It's a long time, okay.
Because, in fact, I was a bit lazy and I had other distractions. But there were some problems about it to understand what sort of a work it is and how you should publish it and so on. So there was a lot of work. There's a lot of work that lies behind.
Yeah, Prof doing it in Leiden, and you are coming from Australia. Near Indonesia, and you say Bone.
No,
not really.
Not really.
Not really. Okay.
No, Bone is much closer to Australia than the Netherlands. So that was one reason for being interested in Bone, that I knew about it from its history. And read about it. The other reason for being talking about South Bone today is I always wanted to go down the road from the Charming Valley.
The sugar industry.
But in fact, we went down the Tanabatue road, so there's no sugar there, or very little. Just because I had never been down that road. There was one road I had never been. And I wanted to see what it was like. So I think there's a very rich area. And we had enough time to stop and go off the road a bit and talk to people. But it was just that I had never been down that road. And then we came home via Malino because I always wanted to go from Sinjai to Malino. And I've been to Sinjai before, round the coast.
I have Balanipa. Okay, okay. You mentioned that Professor Mukhlis Sadrawi also is a part of the writers.
Yeah.
Also Mukhlis Baini.
Yeah.
So the story, how did you get them to?
Mukhlis Baini, because I met him first when he was at Unhas Esat.
Oh,
No, in 69.
69. Esat? 86, 69. Oh, not 69. Okay. Okay. And then?
So I realized he was very smart. Very clever man.
Okay.
Still is. And so we always kept in touch. Then I got some money to bring him to Australia, and we worked hard on the translation, so that I really understood the translation. And then many other things happened. The project didn't go anywhere. Then when I had retired, I thought I must finish this project.
Yeah, the Chronicle of Learning.
Yeah, I must get it published. Now, by that time, Mukhlis Baini was too busy in Jakarta. So I had also met Mukhlis Sadrawi. So I invited him to come. So we finished it.
When?
When
you produced the finalized the book and then gave it
the day 2000.
2000. Okay.
No, it was more. No, 2017.
2017. 2017.
No, sorry. 2020.
Oh, okay. It's like a news.
Yeah.
So, Prof. Campbell, I want to ask you more about the. I consider that the relation between the government of Indonesia and the government is very strong. I mean, if I can see, we can say because I think last year or last 3 years ago, Prime Minister, came to us.
Yeah.
How do you
Albanese.
Albanese, I think he's second month.
Yes, very soon.
I want to know from your perspective how important it's like you may say Bone, you may say province. I mean, in your perspective as a professor,
in my perspective. Sulawesi is now a very prosperous part of Indonesia. Very rich.
Very rich.
Very good education, very strong.
Okay.
As far as I can see, good provincial government.
Good provincial government.
And as far as I can see. You see big projects like the Campbell Road. Impossible project. You have to have enormous facilities to fix that road. But it's happening. I think Sulawesi is a really important part of Indonesia. Of course there's Java, of course there's Bali, but compare Sulawesi with West Sumatra. But if you know, I also I'm marine scientist. I observe that the commitment of the national government to support East Indonesia very strong. It's long. That's another. Yeah, for one say, is that because of attention, and also the recognition of the Sulawesi province, including Bone, is one of the 10 top ranked poverty. Is there any relation Yes. I think there is, because when the Australian government looked at Indonesia and said, where can we help most? Where can we be most helpful? Then Eastern Indonesia is clearly, Australia can do more in Eastern Indonesia than it could do in Central Java. For obvious reasons.
Yeah.
So I think that policy for Eastern Indonesia has been very deliberate. And there are, I mean, I have some slight association with an organization called called NTT. It is the NTT Association in Australia, and that gives money to counterparts in NTT for water tanks and small upgrades. Very low level, but very much directed towards small Campbell, and very much run by Indonesian companies. That yes, Australians come and have a look occasionally, and as far as I can see, it's very honest, very effective for very little money. Very little money, really.
Good experience then from NTT, how they improve the quality of life. I remember my friend Phil Domastan, you know him? Philip Domastan. Philip Domastan. So he works for NGO in... Yes. Okay. Prof, back to today's FGG. I try to make this video because I want to get a clear recommendation about your opinion about soft boning, in that book, in the Chronicles of Boning, did you make a recommendation?
No.
Only
No. It's all about it ends in the 17th century with Arapalaka.
Okay.
And all the rest is technical about manuscripts and where the manuscripts and policy. So it's all very technical.
Oh, just like you mentioned about the voyage to Barege, 3 months finished. No more than
Well, no. The book is about the history of Boning up until the time of Arapalaka.
Means 1669.
I think the Chronicle was written in 1672. At the time when Arapalaka was trying to push out Lama and there was threatened by a Lama
so many names,
So Arapalaka had to say, I am the right person to be Arapone. So if you read the Chronicle, in the Bible, the people who are named in the genealogy all lead to Arapalaka. What a surprise.
It's like a direction.
The whole thing is, particularly the account of the last bit, is all directed towards the fact that Arapalaka should be the next Arapone. So when did he want that? 1672.
Thank you for reminding about the Chronicles of Boning until century 17. And then now we are stepping into the more into reality, because we just discussed about the cultural landscape and also agricultural in Boning. Do you have any specific, based on the discussion and also recommendation, maybe something else, the future of South Boning?
South Boning it's a rich agriculture area.
Okay.
So therefore, what it needs always is infrastructure, better roads.
Okay.
Better attention to irrigation.
Attention to irrigation, better roads. Infrastructure. All right.
I don't know the details. Is there a good rice mill there? Or where do you have to take the rice to the mill?
It's port, how to distribute the production.
Yeah.
The port of Bone or Bajo.
But maybe with the new Chamba road, maybe the new capacity becomes much more better. So to improve production and reduce costs, we must have better infrastructure. Now that's easy to say. But also, we all must take account of the changing climate, and that what I don't know that I think in some ways the countries on the tropics, like Indonesia, will have a better time than countries further from the tropics. I'm no expert. My understanding is that the tropics will not change very much, but what is happening is that the weather patterns are moving away from the equator, so that southern Australia will become drier and hotter. Just the same as North Africa will become drier and hotter. Countries like Algeria so on will become more.
You mentioned about climate change, something like that. But okay, lastly, from my side, Prof. Campbell, a participant mentioned about the so many species, so many rice species. Did you find also the specific information about the species? There's also like rice in both.
No, I do not know anything about that. One would have to go to the rice station in Maros. Maros to ask about that. Okay. I mean, they are the experts. But again, look where the Rice Research Institute is, in Maros, so that Sulawesi gets the best benefit directly.
What about the invention? Instead of like infrastructure or irrigation?
I've only been there a long time. I haven't studied that. But there are, I'm sure, experts. But we'll have good idea.
Thank you, teman-teman sekalian. Demikian obrolan saya dengan Prof. Campbell Macknight. Terima kasih banyak. Beliau penulis buku Proyek Sumarege juga. Dan ini menarik karena dia tadi menyinggung tentang bagaimana Bone, terutama di selatan ini menjadi salah satu bagian dari sejarah Bone yang juga punya potensi yang sangat luar biasa dan mestinya menjadi atensi kita untuk kemudian dikembangkan ke depan dengan pertimbangan kan tadi ada usulannya membangun infrastruktur, good irrigation and also facilities ya. Salam dari Mas Agenda Cafe Makassar.